Hello everyone, welcome to my music channel. I am Todd the Mod, and if you're returning, welcome back. Thank you so much for watching. If you are brand new, welcome aboard. It's good to have you. Thank you for checking my music channel out, where we talk about pretty much everything vinyl, sometimes even 45s and cassettes and CDs, whatever I may find. The search for vinyl records and collecting and all that kind of fun stuff. I hope you all had a great week. Mine certainly has been busy. For those of you who don't know, recovering from a stroke last year. A little update. I think I kind of mentioned this in a past video, but I have really severe stenosis in my neck, my spinal stenosis in my neck, and I found out Monday I am going to have surgery. This video posts on a Sunday, so next Sunday I'll be checking into the hospital, and we'll be in the hospital for about 3 days. And yeah, so I don't know if I'm going to be doing I'll probably do a video for next week because I shoot these videos obviously before Sunday. But after that, I don't think I'm going to be able to do a video for probably at least a week, if not more. So I'll try to actually shoot one maybe during the week to make up for it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Anyway, that's not what this video is about. This video is about vinyl records. And I had the pleasure of going to one of my favorite record stores. I have two. My favorite is the In Groove, and I've mentioned them several times, in Phoenix, Arizona. Wonderful record store. Love it. Was going to stop there last week on Saturday. I met my friend Nigel for some coffee and some coffee talk and vinyl record shopping. We went to Zia's because I was originally going to get a record there that I actually ended up passing on. So I'm going to get it some other time, and I'll explain that in a little bit. But went to do some vinyl shopping last Saturday, and the week before I actually went to Target, because I go to Target at least once a week for like errands, and nothing has to do with vinyl, but I always go stop by the vinyl section anyway, just to see what they have. And it's the Target by me is like, there's no order. I don't know what your Target is like by you, if you ever go there and check out their vinyl section, but it's usually really mixed up, and it's hard to find anything. And it's I usually don't find too much there, just because it's stuff that I don't really like. It's a lot of top 40 and modern day top 40 and stuff like that. So they have some old stuff too, like Michael Jackson's Thriller and stuff like that. I think I've seen CCR but once in a while I do find something. So let's talk about that. I actually got two records from Target about 2 weeks ago, I think it was. And one, I've actually been eyeing this for a while, but I'm thinking, I knew nothing about this album. I just saw the track listing and going, oh, it's like another greatest hits, and I have their greatest hits on CD. I don't need it on vinyl, but I finally decided to break down and buy it, and come to find out, to my pleasure, it's not a greatest hits album. It's actually a live album. It's Tears for Fears songs for a Nervous Planet. Now, what drew me to this, though, was because it had unreleased material on there, or some new songs, I should say. Like Say Goodbye to Mom and Dad, The Girl That I Call Home. Has some stuff from their last album, The Tipping Point, which has the Tipping Point live version, Astronaut, Emily Said. So I really got it for that, which I love. I love their new stuff, actually. Pretty good stuff. And then it has the live versions of, this is recorded in Nashville, Tennessee, and it has Everybody Wants to Rule the World, Sowing the Seeds of Love, Mad World, Woman in Chains, Pale Shelter, Break It Down Again, Change, Shout, Head Over Heels. They're standards, but it's all live versions. And I've never got the opportunity to see Tears for Fears live, and I do love Tears for Fears. So I was really happy to hear it, and I was like, wow, they sound really good live. Pretty cool gatefold. Just the tracks of the songs, some lyrics to their new stuff, and of course some cool pictures. I don't know if you can see that. Roland and Kurt. Roland looks like Moses. I'm just joking. But what was really cool is that they call it bubble gum. I just call it pink, but it's kind of like a pink swirl kind of thing. So kind of cool. That was cool. Both records are like that. Yeah, really good album. I was really shocked. Not shocked, but I was really happy to hear them live and how good they sound. Tears for Fears, Songs for Nervous Planet. If you are a Tears for Fears fan and you haven't checked this out yet, check it out. Good album. Next thing I got at Target. I actually have it. I had my original copy from 1980. Boy, I forgot what year it came out. I think 87, 88 maybe? I don't know. I forgot. But I have my original copy, but this one, it's kind of beat up. So I got this one. It's the 180 gram vinyl with a high-res download card. It's Peter Gabriel's So album. This is a classic album by Peter Gabriel, right? I mean, I love Peter Gabriel's older stuff, like, Shock the Monkey, Biko. I mean, all those albums. He's put out some great material, But this is his widely known album that really best-selling album, I guess you could say. Red Rain, Sledgehammer, Don't Give Up with Kate Bush. That's a wonderful song. Big Time. Stuart Copeland from The Police drums on Big Time. I did not know that. It helps if you read credits. I never read the credits for this album until I recently got the reissue. And I was like, oh, I didn't know Stuart Copeland played on that. That's pretty cool. Stuart Copeland's like one of my favorite drummers. So, yeah, pretty cool. In Your Eyes, of course, you've all heard In Your Eyes, that Say Anything movie. Nothing to report from the vinyl. It's, beautifully, it's basically a reprint of the original. And, of course, just in black vinyl. So, same thing. But I'm really happy to get this because mine was kind of beat up. And I think on In Your Eyes, it skipped. There's like a scratch on it or something. So, needed to replace it. Thought I would go ahead. I thought it was on sale at Target. It was like half off. So I was like, oh, I'll take it. So that concludes my Target shopping. Like I said, I don't buy tons of vinyl from them. Not because I think there's anything wrong with it. It's just they usually don't have anything I like. Let's move on to Zia's. Went there. So I went there for a Cocteau Twins album, Heaven or Las Vegas. I have that on CD. It's a beautiful album. I've been wanting that on vinyl. And then I watched Embryonic Robot's channel, and he showed it on one of his videos. I'm like, oh, I didn't realize they had it on vinyl. So I researched it, and the In Groove is sold out of it, but Zia's had it. So I was like, that's what I'm going to go get. And I didn't get it because I found this instead. So I still need to get Cocteau Twins. It's on my list. And Embryonic Robot, thank you so much for showing that because I would not have known that was on vinyl. And I do love Cocteau Twins. They're awesome. But I got instead, don't laugh, but I'm a huge Charlie Brown and Friends, the whole Peanuts gang. Can you tell I love Snoopy? I'm just a big fan. I have been since I was a kid. So I saw this, and I go, oh, I have to have this because I don't know how many they're going to have of them once they sell out. It's, and I wish you could see it here, but it doesn't show it. It's, let's just take the thing out. Why don't we? Be My Valentine, Charlie Brown. It's the original soundtrack recording for Vince Guaraldi, and I love his work. I love Vince Guaraldi. So I had to have this because I don't know if this is just it's a 50th anniversary extended edition. I don't know if they're only going to print so many of them and then they're gone. That seems to be the case with a lot of this stuff. So I went ahead and got it. I figured Cocteau Twins will always be there. Well, they haven't sold out yet, and they had tons of them at Zia, so I'm like, I think I'm safe to go back later and get it. Anyway, it is. I hate these paper. This is horrible. Can't stand the paper. I'll have to get a plastic one, cool plastic one. But it does come in red vinyl because it's Valentine's Day. There you go. Played it already, and it's a wonderful recording of Vince Guaraldi's work. Also comes with, like most of his Charlie Brown stuff that I bought in a cool little booklet that I haven't read yet, but I think it tells about the movie or the film and, of course, the recording. There you go. So, yeah, I just love Vince Guaraldi, and, of course, I love Snoopy and the gang, and so had to have this one. There is two albums by this artist that I got at Zia's, and yeah, I'm late to her music. I never understood it when I was younger, and I didn't. I mean, I knew a couple of her songs. I didn't dig deep into her catalog. I just wasn't mature enough to really understand, poems and poetry from musical artists like Bob Dylan and that kind of thing. I just wasn't, was my mindset back then. I appreciate her a lot more now, and I get it, and I love her music, and so I picked up The World of Joni Mitchell, and this is basically the best of. This was released in New Zealand, which we're going to talk about a New Zealand group here in just a little bit. But anyway, The World of Joni Mitchell, Big Yellow Taxi is on this. All I Want, Woodstock, which is a great song, Both Sides Now. We all know that one, right? My wife loves that song. Yeah, I mean, this is a great album. Carrie, The Circle Game, California is on this. Beautiful album in really good condition. Really crappy plastic sleeve, though. I'll have to replace that. Yeah, on the Reprise label. So, Joni Mitchell. Picked that one up as is. It's used. Thought I'd give it a shot, and came home, had a glass of wine, and put her on, and it was pure delight. I've been wanting this next one by her, and actually I was going to Target specifically to look for this, and they were sold out of it. But Zia's had it, so I was really happy. And that's Joni Mitchell's Blue album. This is obviously a reprint. This was made in Germany. It's on 180 gram vinyl. Man, what a great classic album by Joni Mitchell, right? I mean, what an album. This is nothing new. It's not on blue vinyl, although that would have been pretty cool if it was, right? Just on black vinyl. It's got this cool little blue sleeve, but it actually has a black sleeve on it. On the Reprise label, Gatefold has all the lyrics. And what a wonderful, it's just a great album. River. Oh, man, what a great song. I love that song. Probably my favorite song off this album is River. From start to finish, it's a wonderful album. This next one I showed in a prior video, but I'm going to show it again. It was my trip with Nigel. Nigel, if you're watching. We went to Barnes & Noble one day, and he was looking for a Duran Duran album and ended up with the new Cure album. And I ended up with The Laws. I had this one on cassette. I showed this before. It's got a really cool green, translucent green, which is pretty cool. My friend Steve has picked up the same one, I think. And I think at a Barnes & Noble too. Steve, if I'm wrong, please drop a comment and correct me. But yeah, this one was made in the Czech Republic. And yeah, we all know the song, There She Goes. They really didn't do too much after this album. This was like their big album on Go Disc. And yeah, it's a great album, but they really didn't do too much afterwards. So, okay, I mentioned that Joni Mitchell album from New Zealand. This is a New Zealander group. You may have known them. Actually, you do know them. You definitely know the brothers, Neil and Tim Finn. Neil Finn went on to form Crowded House and did some solo stuff as well as Tim. This is my original copy of Split Enz True Colors. I did not buy this recently. I've had this for quite some time. Not what I wanted to show you. When I was at Zia's, I happened to be in the S section, and I saw this and thought nothing of it. Like, okay, yeah, I remember they had different colors of the version, of this album. And this album is famous for the song I Got You, which got them pretty much on the map here in the States. What I got this for was, for some reason, something inside me says, check the vinyl. And I was like, okay. So I opened it up and checked the vinyl, and I was pleasantly surprised because I was like, oh, wait a minute. First off, the label is not the A&M label on it. It's a black label, completely black on the backside. But what's cool about this, and I hope you can see this. Yeah, you can. It has that cool little imprint on it on the actual vinyl. It's sketched on the vinyl on both sides, which is really, so I saw this and going, okay, I have to have this in my collection. I already have the album, so it kind of made it kind of silly to have two copies of it, but having something like that is pretty cool because in a video I posted over a year ago, so I'll post that link up here. I used to go, well, I still go sometimes to Scottsdale, and there's this little record store there called Vinyl Record Dude, I think it's called, and I found this 45. I actually picked up two copies of this, and it has the same etching on it. This is One Step Ahead, which was not on that album, but they did it again for the 45. So I thought that was kind of cool. So I got a matching set, basically. There you go. I have, yeah, just really cool. I thought that was really awesome, so I had to get that one. All right, last but not least, I actually put back some albums. I had the Police, Atlantis D'Amour, their debut album, and what was it? Ghost in the Machine. But I have the picture disc of Ghost in the Machine, so I put it back. Although the picture disc doesn't play all that great because it's a picture disc. And I was going to get both those albums, but then I'm like, well, I have this. I have the Police box set, which has all their albums on it. So I'm like, I don't think I need to pay for those albums again. So I passed on those. Anyway, didn't pass on this one because this was for like $1 at Zia's Records. And I was like, well, that's cool. I'll check it out. It's The Members. I don't know if you know this band or not. You probably do. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. I was introduced to this band from a movie called Erg, A Music War. If you haven't seen that movie, you should definitely check it out. It's what drew me to the movie is because the Police were on it, and I was like a big Police fan. I still am. But it had other groups like OMD, XTC, Devo, Wall of Voodoo, and it had The Members. And they were doing a song called Offshore Banking Business. And I actually have the soundtrack of that on vinyl. And it's a wonderful song. I have yet to find it, the studio version, on vinyl. I picked this up hoping it was on it. It's not. So I was like, well, that's a bummer. But I remember this song, Working Girl, which is what this album was known for, was that song Working Girl, which I believe was on the Valley Girl soundtrack. So I picked it up, and it's actually a pretty good album. It's The Members. Check them out. They're actually a really cool band. And watch Erg Music War and they're such an energetic live band. Just that one song, I was like, wow, these guys are really into it. So, and plus it's a great movie of a whole bunch of bands, some unknown, some kind of out there, and some really, really cool. So there you go. Anyway, those are my findings from Zia's Record. That's all I have for this week. Again, I'm going to try to I'll do one more video next week. I'll try to do one too, so I actually won't miss a Sunday, but I can guarantee you with my surgery, I'm going to have to miss at least a week from doing a video. I'm not going to be able to have the strength to, from what I understand too, with the surgery, that my voice might be going hoarse for a while. So, because I'm not going to get into what they're going to do, but they have to move stuff aside to get to the back, and they go in from the front. Interesting. Yeah, so I'm going to be kind of absent for maybe a week or two. But that being said, drop a line, drop a comment, do whatever you want to do. Thank you all for watching. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Yeah. And I want to I haven't been giving shout outs to other channels, which is bad of me. I've been good at doing that. And I noticed the last 3 videos I have not done that. So, I mentioned Steve Carlson's video. I always do a shout out to him and Catherine and Embiotic Robot. So I'll just mention those 3 channels right now. If you haven't checked them out, do check them out. But I noticed I have some new subscribers. I've been checking out their videos too, and I'm so sorry I cannot think of the name of them right now. I will next video, I promise. If it seems like I'm tired, it's because I am. I'm exhausted today. Yeah, so anyway, I need to go rest. I need to stop talking so much. Thank you so much for dropping by. Be good to each other. I'll see you next week. Take care. Bye bye.